everyone is doing well. Keep Yahweh first.
It's the Nini Show,
And I'm here to help my people.
knowledge is power, so here's some tools to help you grow.
Mentally, or physically, a spiritual thing.
Now making change to our life.
Now that's a beautiful thing.
As we sit here and talk about the issues that affect us, a change by electing the right people.
Changing the law, but first,
We must do three things.
inspire, uplift, and empower each other.
What you don't know,
Can ultimately hurt you.
let's change the way we think. Change the way we think.
Hey.
Because at the end of the day,
I want us all to win and live in purpose. Let's go. Welcome back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nini Show. I'm your host, Nini Adams. I think this is like week 8 or 9, and I'm so excited that you guys have really just been on this journey with me and talking to folks literally about things that we can do to change our community and uplift our community and inspire other people. So I'm so excited that we're gonna have Chelsea Christmas on tonight, talking about her business, Muva Buttahs, and she's a veteran, y'all. It's a veteran-owned business, and it's so excited for me to talk about that because it is Veterans Day. That's going to coming up on this Wednesday, November 11th, and we're going to talk about that. But I want to, you know how I like to do, I got to bless this room and making sure that we set the atmosphere just right. So go ahead and pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, we just come to you right now with just an open heart and an open mind and just the willingness to learn and grow and be better day by day. God, I just pray that you will just be with us as we are your vessels. God, use us as vessels so that we can be a blessing to other people. And God, allow us to listen to people and like their messages and not the way that they deliver it. So that way we can still be good stewards in how we fellowship with others. We ask for all this in your precious and holy name. Amen. Amen. So guys, literally, I'm so excited about everything that's going to happen today. Chelsea is just a beautiful spirit. So I can't wait to get her on. But before we do that, let's talk about a few things that's going on today. So today is Fried Chicken Sandwich Day. So for all my folks who eat chicken, which I don't, but if you eat chicken, make sure you hit up a spot, go to KFC, where else you can go? Chick-fil-A, that's another spot, or you can make your own. Bump that. Go ahead and buy some from the store and make it for your family and have a family meal. So today is Fried Chicken Sandwich Day. Also today is Scrapple Day. So if you want to have a family activity where you're quarantined and you just want to expand your knowledge and your vocabulary and your diction, go ahead and hit that Scrabble up. I was 50-50 in Scrabble. I was decent, I wasn't too bad. So that's that for today. November 10th is Marine Corps, their birthday. So shout out to all my Marines, all my fellow battles that are out there. Shout out to you. A happy birthday to you guys. November 11th is also Veterans Day. So guys, if you see a veteran, please know the difference between Veterans and Memorial Day. All right, some of y'all still be confused on that. So the veterans, they serve their time. They're out and about. If you see one, say thank you for their service and just let them know that you appreciate them for all that they do. And lastly, November 15th is Clean Your Fridge Day. So some of y'all, we are quarantined, y'all. Y'all got food packed up in there from like last week. Make sure you go in there and clean out your refrigerator. And it's on a Sunday. I know that's on the Sabbath for most people, but just lift up those windows, clean out that refrigerator, and let's just get it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Chelsea on the line. I know she's so excited. Her and I had a conversation, and I can't wait to go ahead and get her on here.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Definitely. Well, I'm so excited to have you on, and like we talked about before, we're gonna just kind of open this up to just like a little story and get your input on how your life has been. Because this is like, I wanted to get a veteran on this week and talk about their business and support everything that you're doing. So I know we had a conversation about you. Who is this? Joe Clark is on. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about high school, right? So we had a conversation about your high school experience and kind of like your plans after high school. So let's kind of talk about high school and what got you into deciding to serve.
So with high school, I honestly started off with wanting to do the whole veterinarian thing. Like I had a thing for animals, and that just wasn't sitting right with me. Like it wasn't something that I wanted to keep doing. So one day, I think I was like in social studies or something, like, hey, they got recruiters here if you want to go take the ASVAB. Bet, I don't want to be in class. So I went on to the little gym and did the ASVAB and I passed it. This is without studying, without mentally preparing for it, nothing. I just went on, just straight up jumped in and did it. Right. And then lo and behold, in the Army.
And
And I literally left for basic training, what, 2-3 weeks after graduation? Like I had no summer from the day that I graduated. I started basic training on July 4th.
oh wow.
So, yeah, so it was technically July 5th, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I had to go. Like I really didn't have a plan. I just needed to do something different. Like I don't want to be sitting in college because I know I'm probably not that kind of kid. You know, I don't really like school that much. So let me just go ahead and go do what I do. And lo and behold, was in the Army. Something I had to get away from Richmond.
And you, so you're from Richmond?
Yeah, Richmond, Virginia. Right. Yes, ma'am.
All right. My best friend is from Virginia, so shout out to Melanie Oliver out in Richmond. She used to say V up, like 2 up, 2 down.
Yep, 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah. I love it. So that got you into the Army. You left right after high school, and you went to basic training down at literally
Jackson, right? Relaxing Jackson.
Relaxing Jackson. So you was down there. I remember one thing that you said while you were down there. So after you did your training, where did you go after that? Where were you stationed?
There. Oh, well, so I finished basic and AIT in Jackson for 42 Alpha, and everybody else was getting like Hawaii, Italy, Germany, and stuff. And I get Fort Richardson. I'm like, where is Fort Richardson? My instructors was no help. They like laughed at it. It was like, oh yeah, good luck. I'm like, okay. So I actually had to Google where I was going because I didn't know and they wouldn't tell me. Ended up in Fort Richardson, Alaska. Wow. For 4 years.
4 years. For 4 years. But the beautiful thing about Alaska, though, you end up meeting your husband, though, right?
Exactly. So I met him. I got there, I want to say like November time. And I met him, I want to say right after Christmas, around New Year's-ish. Right. And we've been stuck to the hip since then. 8 years strong.
8 years strong. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Black love is so beautiful. So while you were down there and you had your 4-year experience there, where else did you transition to? I know you didn't stay in down in Alaska too long. You went somewhere else as well, right?
Down to Fort Stewart and been here for 4 years too long.
Right.
Yeah, Fort Stewart.
And you guys had 2 kids though while you were down in Alaska, correct?
Yes, I had my oldest Eli in Alaska, and I also had my middle baby Caleb in Alaska, and then came down to Stewart and ended up with, I don't want to call him fat, with M3, my third baby in Georgia.
In Georgia. How was that? Like going through that Army experience, having 2 kids at the time, because you didn't have your third one just yet. How was that being a working mom and still serving? You know, a lot of people, especially it's kind of difficult, right? So kind of tell them a little bit about that experience.
So honestly, it wasn't as bad as a lot of people make it seem in Alaska, because you know I had the 2 babies. I had a really supportive chain of command, like everywhere that I worked. Honestly, so even with being dual military, they understood like my job was a little more lax than my husband's. Like that man lived in the field. For our first year of marriage, I want to say we probably only spent a total of 6 months together. Like, and that's just, you know, between him being in the field, rotations at the rotation. So they were a little bit more understanding because of the fact that, you know, he's a fueler, I'm a human resources. I do my job, but that's really about it. So, you know, it wasn't bad. Yeah, right. So like, you know, pushing paper, fighting with systems that probably can't log on. So, you know, it really wasn't too bad, honestly. But once we got down to Fort Stewart is when we started. I'm sorry, I can hear my kids in the background. When we first started, like down here, it got a little bit harder because I wasn't in those, what do you want to call it? I wasn't in those, like the G1 position. I was at a line company. So, you know, it was a little bit harder once we got to that. But once they realized that I was getting med boarded, you know, they were a little bit more lenient. We're like, okay, so you'll just pretty much come in, you'll train somebody, you know, help them out, you'll fit in where you can, and then peace out. Because I literally had appointments like day in, day out between Fort Stewart, Savannah, probably Charleston. Like it was a whole lot of traveling involved in it. So yeah, it was like, all right, you done. We'll see you when we see you. Like, don't even worry about So
But
yeah.
you served your time literally. You did 7.5 years in the
Hmm.
army. So thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
I definitely gotta say that.
Thank
But,
you.
and you learned a lot. You learned a lot from that. So after
Yeah.
you the army, I want to say that after our conversation, I remember you saying something about like you're a country girl, right? And you don't have time to be pronouncing these big words, and you want to make sure that what you put in your products is something that you can pronounce.
Hmm.
You want other people to pronounce. After
Hmm.
the army, you went into barber school. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that experience was?
So with bar school, because I like to work hands on. So I have to be doing something. So like I learned the basics, but I realized it wasn't 100% for me. Like it's definitely something that I'll pick up later on, further down the line. But right now it wasn't something with me, especially with COVID starting up. The kids was out of school, so I didn't have the time to do as much hands-on in class as I wanted to. So, all my time basically just shut down for myself and I had to do stuff with the kids. So with the barbering, I learned the basics. I learned, some things. So I still cut every now and then, but I'm not, pushing hard for that license right now. That's something that can wait on until then.
I liked it. I remember when I liked what you had said that while you were in school, that you used some of your products on some of the guys. How did they
Yeah.
do well with those products?
So I use them. Shout out to Will, said all of y'all. I appreciate it, but I use like the butters on them. This was before the shampoo, before the oils, before all of that. So I use, the bare minimum on them. However, it sucked. I'm not even gonna lie. When I first started off using it, it was horrible. I had issues because I didn't know much about like the preservatives, so I've had to kind of like teach myself that what's good and what type of mixture. So yeah, so they had a couple of moldy products. I'm not gonna lie. So that was,
Yeah,
but that was before I knew better. That
exactly.
stuff probably only lasted for all of a week on the counter. So, I didn't know any better. But now I'm getting there. I got it, to where you don't have to worry about mold in your products. Muva's butters do not have mold in it. So, so it it was a learning experience. It was definitely a learning experience.
And that's good because you learn from that. I'm glad they were able to give you feedback on what smelled
Hmm.
good, if it if it actually worked, if it
Yeah.
lasts long. All that helps you to now, right? So
Yeah.
that was one of the key things that I liked. Um, and you did a big chop. You did a big chop.
Oh,
I
I
don't know if
did a
you
couple of big chops.
I know you talk. Because I always thought I was like, man, to get my hair right, I'm about to chop this stuff off. I'm still thinking about that. But how was that for you? How was that big chop?
It's worth it. So the very first time I chopped my hair was actually in high school. It was like a surprise thing. Like I didn't tell anybody about that big chop. Literally, me and my sister got up, went to the barbershop, and I told them to cut it all off.
Right.
And went home, and I had to hurry up and run up the steps. And my mom actually thought I was my brother because all she saw was short hair and a light skinned person run past. So that was the first time, and I grew it back since then. But then I kept cutting it off. I'm sorry, I cut it off again. What I think like July 2014, when I had my middle baby, and I finally let it grow back since then. So just last year, around August, I've been planning this for a while. Like my hair, it was heat damaged, it was color damaged. I think my hair color was red, but looking at pictures, it was definitely blonde by the time I cut it off.
Right.
So it was a mess. So went to the barbershop and I had them cut it off, and that was my last time cutting it.
And that's the growth right now from like a year ago. Right now that you currently have. Wow.
Right now, this
Yeah.
this is it. I know you probably can't see it well because I got it pushed back, but it's in a high puff. Like I
Yes.
have enough hair for a high puff. So yeah, it's a
Yeah.
shrinking too. Like I ain't even thinking about combing it out or nothing.
You're right.
So yeah.
It is good. I love that. Um,
Mhm.
so I know like so going into so we talked about the barber school, going into kind of like the business itself, right? So
Mhm.
we talked about this business was started during COVID. And it's interesting, right? Because you did the barber school and he was like, I'm not feeling this. So then COVID hit and now you had time to think, right? And now
Mhm.
couch, you're looking at the kids, you're like, I can't be in here this long. What got your mind triggered? Like, I need to start this product and I need to do it now.
So once COVID hit, I actually had to, that was just my quiet time. Like I've had a couple of mental breakdowns. Like I gotta go. I gotta get my mind right. I gotta get this together. So my husband, he was my guinea pig, unfortunately. So, and I used my barbering skills on him, and I completely scalped him bald. Like I shaved his hair off, used a straight razor. His hair was gone. And from him using just my products, he has a full head of waves, a full hairline. Um, yeah, I found he was my guinea pig, literally. And I was my own guinea pig too, because as you see, my very last haircut before I started growing it back was in February. And that was technically pre-COVID, but that was my last haircut because everything started closing down, so I can't get a haircut anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I started using my oils, like just mixing stuff, concocting. Then eventually the shampoo came into play, and I was like, okay, so that's something that's really working for me. And I just kept going, kept tailoring it, just altering it, like to what my hair needed. And this is the end result. My husband's head is the end result. It's definitely working. My head is clean, my hair is clean. My scalp has never been healthier. His head is healthy. Like it's amazing. We definitely did something right.
Right, definitely. And with that, where COVID came and you started the business, so
Mhm.
obviously you turned this into an LLC.
Mhm.
What information did you have to look up in order to establish this LLC, or did you go to a website? What are some things? Because a
So,
lot of people that watch this too, they're trying to figure out how they can start their business, right? So we're trying to.
mhm.
What did you do to start your LLC?
So Google and YouTube were my best friends. Like because of COVID, you really couldn't trust too many people as far as like, their hustle because they losing money, so they trying to hustle and get what they can from you. So Google eventually turned into YouTube. YouTube turned into people, just actually walking through the steps of filing for your own LLC. Like, and it was reputable people. I can't even think of who I actually went through initially, but because I'm in Georgia, I did file my LLC through the Secretary of State's website. And even with that, it's dummy proof. It is
Right.
so dummy proof to where like, if you make a mistake, instantly you'll either get like a little red flag or you'll get a phone call, email, something later on to help you, hey, you need to fix this. So I went on and did everything myself because people were trying to charge like $300, $400 to help you file. You can do it for yourself for free. I ain't
Right.
gonna say for free. Correction, I'm sorry. But you can do the legwork for free yourself. And then, eventually, yeah, if you wanted to get it expedited, it was like $200. If you wanted to do it, it was like 7 to 10 business days, it was like 100 something. So, it's all how fast, how slow you want it. But you literally can do everything yourself with the LLC.
Yeah, and
So
I can
yeah.
definitely that because that's what I had to do for mine. Literally, I just Googled it and found
Hmm.
up in Maryland for a lot of people. Went on to their state site, Googled it, put the information in myself, paid,
Hmm.
bam, got an LLC. So it's just
Exactly.
as simple as that. So LLCs are not that difficult. With as far as your labels go, so I remember we had a conversation and we talked about how you started off, right? So you're just now getting into this and you're like, okay, I gotta talk about labels and designs. Um,
Hmm.
your by the way, I meant to tell you, your design, your logo, I love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
It
you.
definitely represents you, definitely represents the business and the product. So
Hmm.
how was that? Like the whole label design thing.
So I'm gonna start with the logo. So with the logo, I knew what I wanted. I just didn't know how to execute it. I wish I would have kept the paper that I drew my little sketch down on because it was the ugliest thing in the world. But I sent it to the Beauty and Boots Facebook page. Like, hey, I need a logo if anybody knows how to do it. I wanted to support my own first. And I had a female reach out to me named Montoya Graves. Um, And she was like, "Hey, I do this every now and then. I don't do it all the time. So yeah, I'll see what I can do for you." When I say she executed it flawlessly the first time and then didn't want anything in return, of course I had the cash app or something. So she technically did my logo for free, but I was like, I can't accept this and not give you something. That's just not me. So shout out to Montoya. She definitely did this for me like flawlessly, and I absolutely love it. And then with the labels, yet again, COVID time, everybody's trying to hustle and get your little coins. I found this app called Canva, and I used Canva, and I did all of my own labels. I did everything myself because I'm not going to keep coughing up money, you know,
Right.
and it's not going to be how I want it to be. So I did Canva. I did all of my own labels. I have a bottle right here that I can show. Oh, there we go. All
Yeah.
of this was done by myself. And then plus, because I can't keep the same thing for too long. So with me knowing that I'm going to constantly keep changing my labels, my logos and stuff, I have to do it myself. Especially because I know that's how I want it to be. And I'm going to keep it going that way. And so with that, I started with that, and then eventually, I don't have any butters over here, but eventually I went up to doing something small for my oils.
Okay. And those oils for your hair,
This,
skin.
this one is for, well, all of them that I have right here with me are for hair.
Okay.
But then eventually, my husband decided to get fancy for me and do these ones.
Ooh. And
He
that's
has
that's for the beer game, right?
well, this one is for I don't have any beard ones out here with me. I can grab I'll wait. I'll grab it later. But
Yeah, because
this
Bracy Jackson, she said the beard oil is the best in the game.
that's actually one of my older cousins. When I say he is definitely one of my biggest supporters, and I absolutely love him and his fiance Shannon. They are life. They like been supporting me since day one. So I absolutely love it, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
I love
So
it. I love And with
yeah,
that
so
process, so you had the labels, you had the bottles, your packaging design, right? I actually watched the video. Always got to do my little background story and work, right? The
yeah.
label, he pulled it out. It looked like literally MK, all of that, like beautiful design. Like the upscale how they would normally do it. You had a letter in
Mhm,
there.
mhm.
It was just like what made you want to do all of that?
So that is the 42 in me. With the letter, I had to prep the letterhead, the everything, but it's because those are considered my VIP boxes. So those are for like the bigger people that I can reach out to that I know will actually get back with me. Shout out to Dom. That's Mimic. I have to show the shirt for Dom. This is Mimic.
Wow.
Um, but that's I think that's the video that you might have saw. But the letter that had everything, I just had to make it presentable. Of course, it's going to be presentable for everyone else as well. But like for those VIP boxes, those are they're complimentary for certain people. And it definitely just helps get the brand name out there because they have a larger platform than what I do currently. So it definitely helps sending those boxes out because it's great.
That's
I love
great.
it.
I love it. I hear so Tara, I think Frazier, she said, I love the black African soap, the sea moss shampoo. I'm gonna push that one on the topic. Talk a little bit about that. The soap.
Oh, so the Black
That's
African,
real
that's the
fast.
shampoo. That's definitely the
Mm-hmm.
shampoo. So the everything is raw, so you probably can't quite see it too good. I can't get it to focus, but there's actually small remnants in the bottom from the char of the Black African soap, just so you know that it's all natural. Um, of course, it since because it's so heavy, it actually sinks down to the bottom of the bottle. So when you're washing your hair, it's not going to come out. You're not going to have grains of what feels like grains of sand in your hair. It's just there to show that hey, this is all natural, like it's raw.
Raw.
So I love it, and it definitely helps as far as like the growth, the penetrating the scalp, penetrating the hair follicles. Like it all helps all around.
Definitely. What about these beanies? Cousin came back on and said, grab those beanie hats, y'all too. Or two, y'all.
Hold on, I can grab one for you. I'll give me a second.
Grab the beanies. We get live participation. I love it. Then that way I can just keep flowing.
I should have had this ready. So these are the Muva's beanies. Where's it at? There we go.
Yep.
I also designed this logo myself. It's real simple. It's just Jesus Christ. There we go. It just spells out Muva. It's satin lined on the inside, so it actually helps as far as like protecting your hair. You don't have to get them satin lined. You can, but it's either way. It doesn't pull at the hair. It's a high grade knit, so it all reverts back when you stretch it. So you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about snagging your hair. You don't have to worry about it snatching off your edges. It does come above your ear. So it's not the normal, the beads that come all the way down. It literally stops like right about here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they almost out of stock. So this is mine. I'm not selling this one, I don't think yet. But I still have the olive and the charcoal and ivory still in stock.
In stock, but because the black one went out so fast. I was literally
them black ones, they didn't stand a chance. They did not stand a chance at all.
I need that. I need
yeah.
all of that. But we'll talk about that one. But also, starting out too, a lot of people wonder, okay, what can I use to get payment, right? How can I get the money? How can people will send me money, right? So you use Cash App to start off. And I know we talked about that, and I was like, I used it too.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like you wouldn't think a lot of people want to use Cash App like that. You're not no big business. You taking Cash App payments, and I was like, well, I don't have a website yet. I don't have any other way to accept the payment. So yes, Cash App. I did Facebook Pay for a few people, and I also did PayPal for a few people. So that was the best way to get it. You want the products, I gotta accept the payment somehow. So yeah, my Cash App was booming. Like every now and then we'll just be out and about and you hear the little change drop. I'm like, okay, so we doing something right by making these sales. So yeah, Cash App was definitely the way to go.
I love it. And I know one thing also for all business owners when they first start out, with you, I know that one of your difficulties was kind of like the portion control, right? So let's talk a little bit about that one, because you had to learn a good lesson. Yes. When you realize, like, hold on, where y'all going? So let's talk about that.
Lord. So I even got some of the bottles. So with my shampoo first, I want to say that bottle was probably like 32 ounces. So I'm sitting here selling the size of this cup for, I think it was like $20. I was like, I can't keep doing this because, a little goes a long way. So they were never running out, meaning they were never coming back. Right. So, I had to make it work. And then like we had issues with the packaging leaking. I started off bad. Like it was horrible. The packages was leaking. Like people were getting their bottles and it was like 25% full. So I had to send another one. Yeah, it was bad. So now I have size options with legit bottles. Like, it's not leaking. I can seal it. I have like the airtight, the perforated seal on it. So, it's not tampered with. I have a 16 ounce and an 8 ounce now. Okay. And yeah, it makes a huge difference because I've had multiple customers, coming back and purchasing this stuff because they were finally running out.
Right.
So,
like
and it's
6 months later. Right?
Yeah, right. So, it's good that they're actually coming back because, that means my business is still gonna keep rolling.
Definitely.
So like, and I had this bottle for the oils. This is like, I think 6 ounces roughly, plus or minus. And like I said, like even if I sit here and squeeze this now, I can hear all the little air in it just coming out. So I know when I sent it, when I shipped it off, it was all leaking. So now I don't have those issues with the leaking anymore. I don't have the issues with you get near bottles. I think I had like one bottle leak since I've changed everything up. And since then I haven't had any issues.
Right.
So I love it.
Definitely. So we got in there. So now we have literally the labels, the bottles. You got that figured out. Your packaging is improving. You're getting feedback. You changed your product control. Now you're getting them to come back more. Let's talk about this website because you switched over now. So now you're not doing Cash App. You use the website. Someone slid into DMs and was like, "Hey, I see you got a business."
Yeah.
So some people either like, "Hey, don't slide my DM or not," but you actually opened it and was like, "Hey,
yeah,
help me with the website." How was that for you?
So with that, shout out to Ocular Arcade. They are, when I say he is blessed because I really went in like I knew I needed a website. I just didn't know how to go about doing that. I tried it myself and it lasted for all of maybe 10 minutes before I got frustrated and rage closed my computer. So it definitely helped. So he hit me up in my Instagram on my normal page and was like, "Hey, I see your color scheme. I see what you got going on. Let me do a website for you." And COVID time, like, nah, this sounds like real scammy. But then he started sending me, some of the stuff that he produced, like his website, and they were beautiful. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and give him a shot. And he actually kept me informed every step of the way. Like, anytime we had to make some changes or what you want on this, and I didn't know if I wanted how I wanted the website to look. I didn't know what color scheme. I didn't know anything. It was like, hey, this is your craft, you got it. Just all I need is my products listed, my prices listed. I need them to be able to pay on the website outside of Cash App. We can make it work that way. And he flawlessly executed everything. The way he made it, it was actually a vision that I didn't even know I had. And he made it work. So everything is up and running on the website. We can make changes as needed without any issues. It works. It really works. It's amazing.
Right. So it was like a blessing from the skies. Like
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you were able to use Instagram and connect it with someone and to help you out with your business. So
Yeah.
definitely y'all hear that. So just listen. Sometimes people that go into your DM is actually a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So give them a chance. Give them a chance. One thing that I loved about you when you quoted, you said that your products are for your hair to grow healthy and not to grow fast. A lot of people try to switch those around. I'd rather have the healthy hair. Some people want to go fast. What did you mean by that one?
So a lot of people, they expect your products to work overnight. The most out of my products, the most thing that'll work overnight is the shampoo because your scalp is clean. And God knows the last time somebody had a thoroughly clean scalp without buildup, without any extra issues with it. So my products, they definitely don't work overnight. If they worked overnight, I would have had my hair down my back by now. But it works fast enough, but it's also based off of genetics of the person. Your hair might not grow as fast as others. Someone else using this exact same product the exact same way and time as me, it'll work a little bit better. My hair might grow fast, their hair might grow a little bit slower. However, as long as your hair is still growing and it's healthily growing, then there you go.
I know that's right. Maurice came on and said that I have the oil. My facial hair has been growing like crazy.
Yeah, so like with the beard oil, with the beard oil for a lot of guys, I've been hearing that, it's a different kind of growth. Like the beard oil, like I said, is not a grow fast, it's a grow healthy. It actually contains tamanu oil, which helps with, a lot of Black guys, for lack of a better word, they actually have like the problem with the ingrown hairs, the skin irritation. It helps cut all of that. It doesn't work, like I said, it doesn't work overnight, but in the long run, especially with continuous use, all of that's going to be gone. Like, it may not be gone completely. You still might get an ingrown every now and then, but for the most part, it helps alleviate all of that. And it actually conditions the skin as well as the hair with the beard oil. So, and of course, my husband's the guinea pig with that, as well as Bracy. I've been using it on both of them, and so far they love it. So, yeah.
So we're gonna test that one out. And you also saying that you're gonna do stuff for kids as well.
Yeah. So it'll take a while for the kids. I'm still slowly working out the kinks on that. But with the kids, it's going to be oil free, like essential oil free. It's going to help with, just cleaning the kids' scalp, because especially with like the cradle cap that a lot of babies run into, it'll help them to be able to clean, clarify their scalp, as well as it's not going to have the peppermint in it, so they don't have to worry about, their baby's eyes burning or anything. But yeah, it's going to be oil free and it's going to be filtered. So with the kids line, it's actually going to be filtered through so that that char is not in there. So it helps out with just skin irritation for babies. All kids are sensitive with their skin. I'm not gonna say all because I know mine are a little different, but for most kids, their skin is sensitive. So you got to be careful with the babies.
I definitely.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and put out some of your products that you have out there. We talked about the oils, the shampoo. Is there any other product that we have missed that's on the line?
So I have the hair butter. I don't have any made right now, unfortunately. But I have the hair butter, which is pretty much for lack of a better word, it's like a deep conditioner, like a moisturizer. You don't have to wash it out. It helps keep the elasticity of your hair. It keeps it moisturized throughout the day, or even for a couple of days. I've had a few friends that absolutely live by it. But also with the butter, it's for wavers. So for the guys with the low cut, they've actually been using the butter to help lay down their waves, smooth it out, and then in the morning they got the shiny waves. I have that. I have the whipped body butter. Yeah, that's one of the top sellers. Like I can never keep the body butter in stock, because as soon as it's made and shipped out, it's gone. But that helps with that helps like in the long run with like extremely dry skin, with eczema. It helps with all of that, and it works in the long run. I absolutely love that stuff.
Do you know Coach Charlie down at Fort Bragg?
What do you have for bald guys?
He says, "What do you have for bald guys?"
So, I have a couple of friends that are bald that uses the scalp oil, just to help keep the scalp hydrated as well. Like, granted, you might not grow any hair. It's a possibility you may, but the scalp oil actually helps keep the scalp nourished and helps keep it healthy. So the scalp oil, it'll still work. It'll still work for you.
It's still gonna work. Coach, we got you. Coach, we're gonna send some stuff your way, all right? Because then you can grow a beard. Coach, you need to grow a beard. We can send that too to complement the bald head.
Exactly.
So tell people how they can. I'm trying to make sure I'm not forgetting. I think we covered a lot of things, but tell people how they can find you, like your website, social media, all of that, because I want them to support veteran and Black-owned business.
Yeah. So everything is under the name Muva Buttahs. That's MUVASBUTTAHS. And that's .com, that's on Facebook, that's on Instagram, that's even, I think, my Cash App. So it's all, it's all Muva Buttahs. I had to keep it the same to keep down, any issues, any confusion, anything. It's all Muva Buttahs. Actually, fun fact too, I had somebody order from me that found me on Google. And as small as that may seem, that made me feel so big. Like, you can find me on Google. That was amazing to me. Like, and especially for them to actually follow through with the order, that made me excited. Like, you Googled me and you found me and you ordered from me. Like, you felt confident enough to order from me.
Yes.
So yeah.
It's those little things. It's those, because we're starting out, we're so small, and then you see somebody be like, I'm doing something. Like it's working.
Exactly. That means I'm getting somewhere. And that's like on Instagram this morning, I actually woke up with a notification from Mixed Chicks, the hair brand. Like, they're on shelves and stuff in Walmart and Target. And they found little old me's profile, and actually liked some stuff. So like it's like little things like that okay, I'm doing something right, meaning I'm going in the right direction. So I just need to keep trucking that way, and eventually I'm gonna be on somebody's shelves. I'm gonna be on somebody's billboard. That's gonna be me one day. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how this is gonna go for me.
I was gonna go out. I gotta shout out one more person who just jumped in right now. House Jr. He says the body's bomb. His son has eczema, I believe, and it had it made a difference, an extra difference in the appearance of his skin. So keep pushing. So you got another testimony right there. Review.
I appreciate you, House. Him and his wife are actually huge supporters as well. I've sent them so many stuff just because, and I love it. Like I love the constant support. It's amazing. It is definitely amazing.
It is. Well, my sister, thank you so much. I
Thank
want
you.
people to follow you and support, and I will definitely be in touch with you. I'm gonna actually, because it's Veterans Day, I'm gonna push this out there. I am going to be sending you some money as a donation, because what I want to do is I am going to buy some products, but then what I buy, I would like for you to send to someone else, so that they have some of your product, even if it's the butter, the oil, whatever. Hopefully, I want to keep this going where if someone buys something, they can bless the next person. Holidays are coming up, right? Some people don't have family that's around. So I want to make sure I support. So you will see me going to your website. I'll see the money. The cash out will be your donation. But me going on the website, buy it, that would be for me buying the product. So thank you so much for just coming on the show and just telling us about your business. And anything that I can do to support, let me know, because I want to be there and support you and your family.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. All right, well, we're going to talk for sure. Hey, guys, make sure you go check out the website and go see my girl and get some of that product.
I got it right here for you. For somebody who might want to screenshot it. Right there. Muva Buttahs on all platforms.
I love it. All right, sis, we're going to be in contact for sure.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a blessed one. You're welcome.
You too.
Hey, guys, you heard it yourself. I'm trying to look over here. William Jackson. Oh, she just got out, but we're going to put you up there, my brother. Love you so much. She's showing love already. I'm trying to get that off. There we go. So, pop it down. Make sure you go support Chelsea Christmas and Mark Christmas, her husband as well. It's a family, veteran-owned Black business. And as you can see, she had her journey going through from high school, serving in the Army for 7.5 years as a 42 Alpha, being stationed in Alaska and also in Georgia, to being stuck in COVID and came up with a business plan. A lot of us think that, it's going to happen overnight. And she literally just used her opportunity. She stayed home. She focused. She found something that she loved to do. And now she's giving back to her community and also helping herself and kids grow that natural beauty. I can't wait to try out the products. As you can see, there's testimonies of other people who try the product. So make sure you go on and check her out on her social media sites. And also be like me. If you buy a product, let her know, send her a donation that she can bless someone else in the process. All right. So make sure you do that. As we end this show, we're going to talk about my Nini inspiration. So my inspiration for today literally is work hard and you'll see the results. And the reason I say this is because recently I accepted, well, at least for the month and a half, I've been playing on this flag football team, right? I'm a basketball player. So football, I just naturally picked up. I always wanted to play when I was a kid, but just never played on a team. So I decided, I was like, all right, I had a friend invited me out. I said, let me play. I had a friend that I also work with who's like a sister. She wanted to get involved in something to keep her mind off of things. 2020 has literally presented so much to us, like death and hardship and all of that. So she was going through that. And I said, hey, what better not to get your mind off stuff but to join a team? She wasn't as experienced, but the girl worked hard. She came to practice. Every time she came to practice, she was picking people's brains, asking them, hey, what do I do about this position? How can I do here? Coach, she'll go to the coaches. How can I get better? She'll come to the games, fill herself out as far as like she would be on the kickoff team. run down, wouldn't get the flag, but still excited and eager to learn. So the other day we had a game. We had 2 games, right? I didn't play. But my little sister, she went out there and ran and got her first flag. And was so excited. And she started jumping up and down. And then in the second game, she did the same thing. And it was just so rewarding to see after the game. In football, I love it. They give out the game ball. She ended up receiving the game ball. So I just wanted to that to show you guys is that if you work hard, you're going to see the results. And I'm just so proud of her. And I just want to give her a shout out. I'm not going to say her name, but sis, I am so proud of you. Keep it up. And I just want to encourage the person who is going through something right now, who's saying they're doing something and they're working really hard, but they're not seeing the results. Your time will come. Let it just be patient, keep working hard, and trust and believe in the process that it will pay off in the end. So, guys, leave off with that. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All you have to go is to the Nene Adams. So that's NEE space NEE Adams show on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and that horn so you can get all the details moving forward. And then check us out on Facebook too as well. But just remember, inspire, uplift, and empower someone. You guys have a blessed one. Nene out.